Kylie and Kendall Jenner, Orlando Bloom and Leonardo DiCaprio led the star-studded departures from Venice on Sunday morning, following the final party on Saturday night of Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's three-day wedding extravaganza. Described as the wedding of a century, the 61-year-old Amazon founder and the former journalist, 55, exchanged vows in front of nearly 200 VIPs on San Giorgio Maggiore Island in Venice, Italy, on Friday. The nuptials began on Thursday with the first of 3 days of parties in Venice, followed by the intimate ceremony on Friday and then a star-studded rave. Around 200 of the world's wealthiest people were gathering for a final night's fun, and many of the VIP guests were spotted bidding goodbye to the Italian city the following morning. Kylie commanded attention as she made her departure, sporting a leopard print top and matching tight-fitted jeans as she climbed into a waiting water taxi. The makeup mogul looked ever the doting mother as she walked hand in hand with her 7-year-old daughter Stormy, who she brought along on the lavish trip. While sister Kendall also was seen making her way down the dock, looking effortlessly styling in a low-cut tank top, capri pants and the latest footwear trend, jelly sandals. Following behind her was Hollywood stars Orlando, 48, and Leo, 50, who jumped into a water taxi alongside Leo's model girlfriend Vittoria Ceretti, 27. Orlando flashed a wide grin as he climbed in the boat, wearing a button-up shirt left open to reveal a white vest underneath and several pendant necklaces. Hollywood's newest bachelor embraced his new single status on the Italian getaway, coming just after news broke that he and his fiancée Katy Perry, 40, had called off their engagement. The Pirates of the Caribbean star was spotted in the back of a Venetian water taxi with a woman on Thursday, who was later revealed to be Jamie Mizrahi, 36, who was actually a former stylist for Katie and Meghan Markle. Orlando was also spotted enjoying a Venetian brunch the following morning and sipping on cocktails poolside with celebrity pals Leo and Tom Brady during a boys' day out. While Leo continued his attempts to go unrecognizable as he left for the airport, pulling his trademark baseball cap down as low as possible, and adding the hood of his zip-up jumper over the top, to cover as much of his famous face as possible. In contrast, girlfriend Vittoria put on a leggy display in a fashionable summer mini-dress, as she received a helping hand onto the boat. The model added a pair of trendy black sunglasses, and was spotted standing at the back of the boat as it sped to the mainland, chatting to Orlando. NFL legend Tom appeared to make his exit at the same time, looking relaxed in a green t-shirt and black cargo pants. Kylie and Kendall's mother Kris Jenner was also spotted leaving arm in arm with Oprah Winfrey, with the two women walking down the dock alongside Gayle King and Kris' boyfriend Corey Gamble. The Kardashian family matriarch looked in high spirits, wearing a jungle-patterned jacket and trouser co-ord and hiding behind black shades. While Oprah looked chic in all white, as she wrapped an arm around Kris' shoulders and listened intently to her pal. BFF Gayle, who memorably went on Bezos' Blue Origin spaceflight alongside Sanchez, caught the eye in a multicolored striped dress that showcased her slender frame. Among the star-studded guests at the $20 million nuptials were Kris' fellow daughters Kim and Khloe Kardashian. However, the two sisters left the city early, making a swift exit by boat on Saturday, despite the $20 million festivities being far from over. Kim, 44, and Khloe, 41, were spotted wearing casual ensembles as they made a low-key departure, presumably to board a private flight back to Los Angeles. Bill Gates was also spotted making his exit from the Italian city, still looking cheerful after the extravagant 72-hour nuptials. Despite being far away from Silicon Valley, the Microsoft founder still looked the part of a tech entrepreneur in a simple black polo shirt with black trousers. He sported a black baseball cap to protect himself from the sun and opted for comfortable trainers for his journey home. Bill was joined by his glamorous girlfriend Paula Hurd, 62, who he has been dating since 2023, who looked effortlessly elegant as she matched with Bill in another all-in-black ensemble. CEO of Kering and Fellows billionaire, François-Henri Pinault, was among those spotted arriving at Venice airport after the celebrations had finally come to an end. And another of Bezos' billionaire guests, Barry Diller, was stood at the dock of the airport, ahead of his flight back home. Donald Trump's daughter Ivanka and her husband Jared Kushner were also spotted making their exit, after arriving in Italian city on Tuesday. The couple flew in with their 3 children, Arabella Rose, 13, Joseph Frederick, 10, and Theodore James, 8, while sister-in-law Carly Kloss, who is married to Jared's brother Joshua, also was a guest. Bezos, worth £177 billion, has taken over the Italian city for a wedding estimated to have cost up to £40 million, small change for the world's third richest man. But 700 demonstrators gathered at Santa Lucia railway station carrying protest banners and waving inflatable crocodiles. The demo was organized by the No Space for Bezos group, with some carrying Amazon boxes with the words, "Ordered, shipped, delivered, rejected." But Bezos and Sanchez cared not a jot. It was the second marriage for both and they have 7 children between them. Earlier, they blew kisses on a visit to Harry's bar, and give a first glimpse of their understated wedding rings. Sanchez's simple wedding band was in stark contrast to the 30-carat $3 million pink diamond she sported after Bezos asked her to marry him 2 years ago. In the run-up to Friday's ceremony, that sparkler was switched to her right to make way for an upgrade, an even larger, brilliant white diamond, estimated at 35 carats and worth $10 million. But impeccable sources reveal that the billionaire were already legally married, with a source closely connected to the organization of the week's events saying, "They have been married for at least a month, more than a month." The marriage is fully legal and took place in America under American law. The source added, when they were planning the wedding, they were clear about the fact that they were already secretly married. There is no application for a wedding license from the couple because it was not required. Whatever happens at the wedding on Friday, it will not be a wedding. Under Italian law, it will not be a wedding celebration. Any vows said or rings exchanged will have no legal meaning. The source added that Bezos had personally confirmed that he and Sanchez, who met when both were married to other people, are already legally married, and that they had also signed a pre-nuptial agreement to protect his $244 billion fortune. The wedding, held 2 years after Bezos proposed to Sanchez aboard his $500 million superyacht, was described as extremely intimate with a strict no-phone policy, with around 70 of the 200 guests being family members. The only images that emerged of the nuptials came via Sanchez's official Instagram account, and photos of guests leaving the nighttime celebrations were scarce. She revealed to Vogue her wedding dress was inspired by the high-necked lace wedding dress Sophia Loren wore to marry Cary Grant in the 1958 film Houseboat. She also revealed that Bezos had begged to see her in the gown, but as is tradition for most brides, she explained that she wasn't going to let him lay his eyes upon it until the big day. "I almost gave in," she admitted. "But I want it to be a surprise. As you get a little older, not many things surprise you. I can't wait to see his face." This was not the only tradition the couple stuck with. Sanchez also donned something borrowed for the ceremony, a pair of Dolce earrings. And she explained to Vogue that her something blue was from her Blue Origin flight, revealing she carried a secret souvenir up in the rocket so she could bring it back for Bezos because it was one of the most profound experiences I've had in my life. Sanchez went on. Seeing Earth from space, I came down and I couldn't describe it. It was the greatest experience I've ever had. The Bezos couple are thought to have splashed out a staggering $20 million on their multiple-day extravagant wedding bash. As guests arrived at the reception on Friday, they were welcomed by the stirring sounds of trumpets, violins, and a soulful gospel choir. That same choir returned to belt out Whitney Houston's Higher Love right after the couple exchanged their vows, with guests cheering and singing along during the heartfelt moment. Opera singer Matteo Bocelli kicked off the wedding reception with a touching tribute, opening his set with the timeless Elvis Presley classic I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. The son of renowned tenor Andrea Bocelli stepped in since his father was tied up with concerts in southern Italy over the weekend. Earlier in the day, award-winning journalist Sanchez made a chic first appearance, stepping out of the five-star Amman Hotel in a sophisticated white Dior puff-sleeve suit, perfectly accessorized with a headscarf and oversized sunglasses. In the photographs, she flashed a dazzling new giant diamond ring that caught plenty of attention.